Hi, everybody. Joe Chaffee here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Sunday, the 7th of April. And coming up tonight, the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast. We've got the solar eclipse on Monday. We'll have also the outlook for the week ahead. And that's all tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. And as we take a look at what it uh, what it looks like for tomorrow, in the areas in blue indicating areas of clouds, this is courtesy of Pivotal Weather, and using some of the short-term ensemble guidance. If you look closely, there's a shaded line of pink that runs across Texas, northeastward through Arkansas into Illinois and Indiana and Ohio, then across upstate New York and northern New England. The areas in white are the areas where we'll have minimal cloud cover. And the areas in blue, particularly the areas that you see here in Western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and upstate New York, and back up into Canada, that's all high cloudiness. So the cloud deck is not going to be all that thick. We've also seen the models come a little bit further east with that over the last several days. So it looks like the best places for viewing will be up in northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and northern Maine, also in parts of Ohio and Indiana, southern Illinois, back across Arkansas into northeast Texas. It won't be completely cloud free, but it'll be cloud free enough. However, in terms of like a solid overcast, uh, that is confined to mostly areas down in south central Texas and then back down into Mexico. So that's sort of what it looks like. We'd love to have clear skies for the entire area of totality, but that does not seem to be the case. Now, we're enjoying a nice day across much of the east. The exception is in eastern New England, where we still have clouds backing westward from the old storm system from a few days ago. And the edge of that cloud cover runs down into Massachusetts and moving over parts of Long Island and certainly over southeastern New England. But everybody else is partly to mostly sunny from New York State down to Florida. We also see this swirl that's up in Nebraska and South Dakota. This is a dying storm that is moving north northeastward and basically falling apart. But you can see the blow off of some of the high cloudiness to the northeast, and that's going to be the issue for tomorrow as that high cloudiness moves over parts of the northern Ohio Valley and into parts of the northeast. As far as the radar is concerned, we've got rain going on from northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin northwestward into North Dakota, some snow up in the northern Rockies, and the rest of the radars across the United States are fairly quiet. WPC, in terms of 7 day rainfall, 7 day liquid precip this week. I always say rainfall, I should say liquid precipitation until the snow threats disappear. But we're looking at another an inch and a half plus, and this is going to come later in the week for central Pennsylvania to southern New England, and also some big rains across the Gulf states with the next low coming out from there, and the associated weather fronts, and also the likelihood for some severe weather across the South. So we're looking at several to many inches, maybe 5 to 6 inches of rain being indicated for the lower Mississippi Valley down to near the Gulf Coast. And the 2 to 3 inch rainfalls head all the way east into the southern Appalachians and up into the Ohio Valley back into Texas. In the Northwest, we're looking at half to 3/4 of an inch of liquid, particularly in the northern Rockies, and that is going to be where the snow is this week. This is the 3 day probability for at least snow, covering much of Wyoming, Northwest, up into the northern Rockies, and also up into parts of the northern Cascades. This is the probability for at least 2 inches. So, looking forward to this week, the ocean storm system pulls away, that high builds in. Again, we'll be watching this dying storm in the plains that will spread some high cloudiness eastward during the day tomorrow, but it will be dry up and down the East Coast. Then you start to see precipitation developing across Texas and Louisiana. That is with the next storm system. There's going to be some severe weather risk across much of the South this week. And that low eventually, some of that moisture comes out into the Northeast on Wednesday. But the main batch is going to be with this developing low in southern Arkansas that goes up the west side of the Appalachians into Indiana. and Michigan with the trailing cold front. So get ready for some more rain and possibly some wind. Looks like a southerly wind event with the potential for downpours and a few thunderstorms during the day on Thursday night into Friday before weather conditions improve just in time for next weekend. At least that's the way it looks at the moment. So we'll see you tonight at 7:30. Joe Rayo's up in Plattsburgh, New York. He may be live for the show tonight. I'm not sure yet. I'll find that out later today. But in the meantime, enjoy your Sunday, and we'll see you tonight at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time.